Forget the killer robots and conscious computers from the movies. The truth about AI is less mysterious, but way more fascinating. It isn't a thinking brain. It's a mathematical system built to do one thing incredibly well: detect patterns. Think of it like this. You want to teach an AI to recognize a cat. You don't describe a cat to it. You just show it thousands and thousands of pictures. At first, it gets it all wrong, mistaking dogs, foxes, even plush toys. But with every image, its network of digital neurons refines its understanding. It starts to notice the telltale signs: the specific shape of the ears, the distance between the eyes, the whiskers. Through endless trial and error, it develops a kind of statistical intuition. So, what we call intelligence here isn't a mind, but a massive machine built to spot patterns and make predictions based on them. And how it gets so good at it, well, that's where the story really begins.
Imagine learning to play the piano, but at a superhuman speed. An AI trains by analyzing millions, even billions of examples. Every time it makes a mistake, it gets corrected. This relentless cycle is called backpropagation. The network makes a guess, receives feedback, adjusts its internal connections, and tries again, thousands of times a second. But the quality of its teacher, the data, is everything. The more diverse the examples, the better it gets. Feed it poor or repetitive data, and it learns badly, like a student who only studies one chapter of a book. And despite the name learning, it doesn't think like us. It doesn't understand concepts or feel emotions. It simply masters one thing: predicting, with extreme accuracy, what should come next. And that single ability is what allows it to generate the text, images, and music that now surround us.
So, how does an AI actually create something from nothing? Let's start with text. When a language model writes you a story, it isn't actually thinking about plot or characters. It's playing an incredibly complex game of what comes next. It predicts the single most probable word to follow the last, then the next one, and the next. It strings these tiny statistical bets together, and out of that chain emerges a coherent sentence, a paragraph, an entire explanation. It doesn't know what it's saying, but it knows with astonishing accuracy how our words are supposed to connect. Now, image generation works on a different logic. Imagine an artist starting not with a blank canvas, but with a screen full of TV static, a chaotic cloud of pixels. That's the AI. Step by step, it refines that noise, gently nudging pixels, shaping the chaos, and transforming it into a detailed image that matches your description. It's not pulling a picture from an archive, it is literally constructing it from scratch, recombining countless visual patterns it has learned. And then there's music. A music model listens to thousands of hours of sound, not to memorize songs, but to understand the aesthetic logic of a genre. It learns the common chord progressions, the signature rhythms, the crescendos that give a style its feel. So when you ask for a somber jazz piece, it generates sequences that follow the emotional flow of that style, like a seasoned musician improvising after countless hours of listening and practice. This is the fascinating part. AI doesn't copy. It doesn't dig into a database and retrieve something. It predicts, it constructs, it builds. And when millions of these predictions line up in just the right way, something that looks and feels truly creative emerges. It's a pattern amplifier, a generator of new possibilities. It doesn't have feelings, yet it can help us express ours. And while it doesn't create like an artist, it just might become our most extraordinary creative companion.